The chilling hunt for the Delphi killer, a 6-year American nightmare on a quiet winter afternoon in the peaceful town of Delphi, Indiana. Two young girls went for a walk into the woods and never came back. The next day, their bodies were found, and along with them, a haunting video capturing the last terrifying moments before they died. In that video, a man's deep voice is heard saying just one chilling phrase, "Guys, down the hill." No one knew who he was. And for 5 years, the case went cold, until one overlooked clue, buried in a 2017 file, sparked a breakthrough. This is the Delphi case, a story of horror, heartbreak, and one of the most disturbing manhunts in American history. The day Abby and Libby disappeared, February 13th, 2017. Best friends Abby Williams and Libby German decided to spend their day off school exploring the historic Delphi Trail, about 70 miles north of Indianapolis. They laughed, took selfies, and walked across the old Monon High Bridge. The last known photo shows Abby walking ahead, unaware it would be her final image. The next day, Valentine's Day, their bodies were discovered less than half a mile from the trail. That's when the nightmare began. A gruesome crime scene and early clues at the crime scene. Investigators found a .40 caliber unspent round, but oddly, the girls hadn't been shot. Forensic pathologist Dr. Roland Kaur later confirmed both girls died from sharp force trauma. Abby suffered a fatal slash to her neck. Libby endured 4 deep cuts, including one severe enough to kill. Dr. Kaur initially suspected a serrated knife, but later leaned toward a box cutter, a seemingly harmless tool with deadly precision. The most chilling detail? Abby was found in Libby's clothes. Libby naked, but no solid evidence of sexual assault was found. Libby's hands were bloodied. She may have tried to grab her own throat after being wounded. Dr. Kaur believes the girls could have survived 4 to 10 minutes after the fatal injuries. Libby's phone, an iPhone, recorded no traditional SMS between 4:06 p.m. and 4:33 a.m., but continued receiving iMessages. At 4:33 a.m., 15 text messages arrived at once, confirming the phone was powered and connected. One of Libby's final actions? Taking photos and filming a video of the man police would later call Bridge Guy. A break that was almost missed 3 days after the murder. A local CVS clerk named Richard Allen voluntarily told police he'd been on the bridge that day. But his name was misrecorded and forgotten for nearly 6 years. Meanwhile, investigators followed over 70,000 leads. FBI and state police scoured video footage, social media, and GPS data. Over 1,000 people were interviewed. Suspects were fingerprinted, DNA tested, even followed for months. Still nothing. The case seemed lost. Until a retired volunteer, Kathy Shank, unearthed Allen's long-forgotten statement in an old box. The evidence mounts police searched Allen's home in 2022. What they found reignited the case, a Sig Sauer P226 handgun, chambered in .40 caliber. The same model linked to the bullet found between the victims. A Ford Focus parked near the crime scene, traced back to Allen. A Carhartt blue jacket, nearly identical to the one worn by Bridge Guy. A fishing license height edit. Allen had changed his height from 5 feet 6 inches to 5 feet 8 inches. Exactly matching the revised suspect sketch. But perhaps most damning of all, Allen had no cell data near the scene that day. No pings. No GPS. Police believe he turned off or ditched his phone. In October 2022, Allen was called in again. This time, he changed his story from seeing 3 women to 3 girls. A subtle shift, but one that cracked open the truth. He was arrested 2 weeks later. A confession behind bars. While in jail, Allen made over 60 recorded calls to his wife and mother. In at least 7, he confessed, "I did it. I killed Abby and Libby." Not under duress. Not coerced. Just chilling admissions, spoken as if no one was listening. The trial and the twisted turn. In 2024, the trial finally began. Prosecutors prepared 50 witnesses. Allen's defense countered with over 120 and claimed he was mentally unstable, possibly coerced into confessing. But the evidence was overwhelming. The bullet, the gun, the car, the jacket, and those phone calls, none of it could be ignored. Then came a shocking twist. Allen's attorneys blamed a white supremacist cult called the Odinists, claiming the girls were ritualistically killed. The court rejected it. Justice, at last. On November 11, 2024, Richard Allen was sentenced to 130 years in prison, one of the harshest penalties Indiana allows without the death penalty. No parole. No early release. Allen showed no emotion. No apology. just sat, hollow-eyed and silent. Judge Frengol looked him dead in the eye. In 27 years on the bench, yours is among the most horrific crimes I've ever seen. The final reflection Richard Allen now sits behind bars. But the trauma he left behind haunts every corner of Delphi. 2 girls went out for a walk, and the entire country changed forever. The scariest part? The killer wasn't some shadowy monster. He worked at the local drugstore, said hello to neighbors, lived right down the street. Sometimes, evil doesn't come from outside. It walks among us. What are your thoughts on this case? Let me know in the comments. And if you'd like more stories like this, real, haunting, and unforgettable, make sure to subscribe. I'll see you in the next case.